a banana.
Shut up, Meg.
Fuck you.
There is a fucking container in our way. And
Yeah, why
these
is there a
guys
container in the way?
poison. I bet you.
Give me a second. I'm fucking making something.
What are you making?
I am filming, by the way. Drop this, because this is gonna.
You go fall in behind Red.
So we're gonna.
Sorry, behind Jay. Alright,
So
Doc, whenever you want.
Okay, well, the fucking box is in my fucking way. Let me move
Do a
the
forward
box.
march, then column left. Oh, you fucking asshole.
Or you just do that.
Or just
Everybody's
do
in
that.
attention full because you're supposed to do a group attention, right face, and then forward march. So forward march.
And I'll go around him.
We already
Oh my
fucked it
God.
up. There we go.
Already.
Left, right, oh, left,
Yeah,
right,
good
oh,
poison
left,
didn't move.
right, left. Oh, pick it up
I'm
your left.
currently making the
Oh,
fucking
left, pick
stage.
it up your left.
We don't
Oh,
need one.
left, right,
For the
your
speech?
left, left,
We're not doing.
Left,
We got the ceremony already set
right,
up. Alan already
left.
built it.
your left, your left, right.
Hey, come on, guys, keep it tight. Get tight. Close together.
Y'all were supposed to be like just go straight, like just keep going straight. Like you're fading off to the right, but we'll get it. This is something we're probably not going to do a lot, hopefully. Left, right,
I hope
oh,
not.
left, oh left, oh. Like, does anybody know how to do cadences in real life? Jesus Christ, y'all keep fucking
Yes.
saying it right.
Yes. Hey, Hugo, you can get up here behind Red now, just to fill in the rank.
Alright, as soon as we get up here, we're gonna go. Okay. Left, right, oh, left, right, oh, left, right, left. Oh, pick it up your left, drive on, oh, pick it up your left. Left, right, your left. That's somewhat looking pretty good.
Everyone's out of steps, super
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, but you know, hey man, what can you expect? So those that don't know how to do a cadence, everything I say you repeat, okay? Column left, march.
What cadence you gonna do?
Jesus Christ.
Hey, we'll get it, Doc. We'll get it.
No, it's just this. It's just how like cringy it kind of is for me a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. I had to do this in,
right, oh, left,
for a fucking
right, oh,
parade.
left,
I don't want to
right,
do this.
Left, oh left, pick it up your left. Oh left, pick it up your left. All right, and we'll start the cadence. So just repeat after me. All right. Spread some candy on the ground.
Spread some candy
Spread
on
some
the
candy
ground.
on the ground.
Watch the kitties gather around.
Watch the
Watch the
kitties
kitties
gather
gather
round.
round.
Gather around. Wait, what?
Load a belt in my 240.
Load a
Load
belt
a
on my
belt on my
240.
240.
Mow them little fuckers down.
Mow the little ones down.
Fuckers down.
The Russian?
This is Army Cadence. Get
Yeah,
used
this
to
is
it.
real. This
Yeah,
this
it
next
is
one's
zero
really.
cadence.
This is real. Napalm sticks to kids. Sticks to
Hey.
kids. That's what it did.
Hey, palm sticks to kids.
Man,
Sticks to
sticks
kids.
to
That's
kids.
what
Wow.
it
Okay. Cool. We know where the moral fucking compass is. Spreading candy and shooting them is okay. Just no napalm on kids. Gotcha. Nikolai, I know where we're at.
Oh my God.
Doc, you know,
I don't give a
Doc,
fuck.
you know blood polarizer?
No, I know fucking around her head she wore a yellow ribbon.
That's always you know I left my home.
Around her head she wore a yellow ribbon.
Around her
Around
head,
her
she
head, she
wore a
wore
yellow
Jesus fucking
yellow
enthusiasm.
Yeah,
Right.
sound like you got off a fucking pair. I'm trying my fucking best here, even though it's fucking cringy as fuck. Alright, we're gonna try it
Busting your
again.
balls.
Yeah. Around her head she wore a yellow ribbon.
Around her head, she wore. There you go. Sound off.
She wore it in the springtime in the merry month of May.
She wore it in the springtime and the merry months of May.
And if you ask asked her why the hell she wore it,
And if you ask her why the hell she wore it,
She wore it.
she wore it for that trooper who was far, far away, far away.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it, far away. Yeah, she wore it for that trooper who was far, far away.
She wore it for that trooper who was far, far away.
God, you just drained my fucking energy. Jesus Christ. I wish I could just
Y'all suck.
make you fucking run. You know what? No, that's not gonna do anything. You know what?
We're already fucking making marching.
Oh no, I got it. Hold on, let me see if I remember the cadence. Hold on a second.
Who the fuck is that?
Well, does everybody know what double time march means, right?
Alright, you gonna hop
Cool.
Double time.
Double time.
Double time.
Man, we got one falling in.
Group halt. Group halt. Get
Major Allen!
Forrest Gump, come back.
Alan,
God damn.
God, I gotta carry one of these.
Hey, y'all gotta be in this shit too. I got a police officer out here.
Yeah, if I'm fucking walking, everyone's fucking walking.
Everybody.
Right,
Lottie,
fall in.
Dottie, everybody.
What happened to fucking you?
Right, fall in.
Disconnected.
Right behind, you get right here, right behind Red. Keep it tight, guys. Get tight.
I know it's gonna be cringy, guys, but it's okay.
For Hugo?
Get tight, not the butt. As tight as you can.
We're continuing.
Okay, I'll wait for fucking Hugo then.
Alright, on your go, Doc.
Roger that. Forward march. Oh shit, I'm over fucking talking the whole goddamn time. I didn't have my fucking mic
Oh,
muted.
I was about to
Mic
do the whole fucking you got it.
Oh no, I'm finna fucking
That's
double
it,
time.
right,
I'm
Alan.
gonna do. Double time march.
You're supposed to wait for them to say double time back to you.
Dude, I'm not. This takes too fucking forever to do that shit. Go. Run a little bit faster, goddamn it. I gotta be in the middle. MP, don't rest me. Rest that leg behind a tree.
Rest that leg behind the tree.
I stole whiskey and he stole wine.
I stole
whiskey,
no
she
wine.
stole wine.
All I do is double time.
All I do is double time.
Hey, boys, you remember the airborne one? Oh, I got that. Airborne Ranger, where have you been?
Airborne Ranger, where have you been?
Around the world and back again.
Around the world and back again.
Shit, I can't remember the rest of it. Hold on a second. Oh, yeah, I got it. Sitting in a foxhole.
Sitting in a foxhole.
I couldn't remember it, so I just going to the next one I can fucking remember.
It's why
Hey, right here
did
to
you
the
go?
right, Doc. To the rock. Or to the right.
To the right.
Why don't you go
I
right
see
on the
it.
right?
Group halt.
All.
Form back up. Everybody's back up. All right. Column right, march.
Price, catch up.
That was actually as smooth as I expected it to go.
That was actually, I was actually saying I stepped back.
I know, that went pretty damn smooth.
Be the fucking jam.
We
Yeah,
have.
no one else vote.
No one else vote.
I voted.
Well,
No, he
Stuck to
means
you.
don't vote him.
Oh, don't vote? Bet.
Column left, half left, march.
who the fuck else put up a vote?
Last I looked, he only had 3.
I'll cancel my vote. Shit.
Alright, bring him right up over here, Doc.
Column left, march. Column right, march. Detail, halt. Oh shit! I'm sorry, y'all didn't hear me. Right face.
I heard it.
My bad.
Fix yourselves.
Price
Yeah,
should
fix
be a
yourself,
sentry
get
since
your
he's the one
forms
that's
right.
Not in garrison. He's
Price,
fully
get
battle
rid. Price, get with someone to give you the garrison shit.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, well, let's
he
just
could
wait till after this.
he could be a fucking sentry. Because
Alright.
a lot of places
At
do
ease,
have an
boys.
Just
auto
get it at ease.
Alright, so does anyone know why we're here?
September 11th. 9/11.
Yeah, we're here to remember 9/11. Alright. This is the day that for Doc, Poison, Ghost, and myself started us going into fucking war and started the whole fucking 20-year war that we all participated in. Alright. So it means a lot. It means a lot to me. My dad was a fireman growing up, you know, so I watched everything he did. And I just want to remember all the people that died. So I'm just going to read a little something from Wikipedia for everyone that doesn't know what happened on 9/11. Everyone knows what happened on 9/11, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. September 11th, 2001, commonly known as 9/11, were four coordinated Islamic terrorist suicide attacks carried out by Al-Qaeda against the United States in 2001. On that morning, 19 terrorists hijacked 4 commercial airliners scheduled to travel from the East Coast to California. The hijackers crashed the first 2 planes into the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center in New York City and aimed the next 2 flights towards targets in or near Washington, D.C. In an attack on the nation's capital, the 3rd team succeeded in striking the Pentagon, headquarters of the U.S. Department of Defense, in Arlington County, Virginia, while the 4th plane crashed in rural Pennsylvania during a passenger revolt. The September 11th attacks killed 2,977 people, making it the deadliest terrorist attacks in history. In response to the attacks, the United States waged a multi-decade global war on terror to eliminate hostile groups deemed terrorist organizations, as well as foreign governments who supported them in Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, and several other countries. So is anyone here actually old enough to remember the 9/11 attacks?
I remember where I was.
Unfortunately, I was not born yet.
I was attending a private school called Victory Christian Academy. Lunchtime. We had a cart wheeled out so the teachers could watch TV and the news that was going on. The moment the first plane impacted the tower, the TV went off. We all went back to our classrooms, and then we got dismissed early. Teachers told us what happened. We went home. We were glued to the TV for the rest of the day. I know I was, especially because my brother had just joined the Marine Corps.
Cool.
Cool.
Who else? Who else is old enough to remember the 9/11 attacks?
Me.
Go ahead, Doc.
Actually, how I found about it, I didn't really know how serious it was. I was in 7th grade, and I was actually coming back from the bathroom, and I was seeing parents come to school and grabbing kids, and all I was hearing was a plane had crashed. So I was like, well, that's weird. Why is everybody like... So I didn't think nothing about it. And then when I got to my 5th period class, our teacher, who was a retired Marine Corps fighter pilot, kind of like broke it down to us and let us know what happened. And then he, you know, kind of said some words that always ring in my head now. He said, you know, what's finna happen is probably be a long war, and half of you in my class are probably going to go to it. And, you know, being in the 7th grade and thinking, fuck, you know, I'm finna go to war. And then when I got home, I sat and watched it. And, dude, not only was, like, it was just pandemonium here, like, the exact same day the Gaza Strip got hit. Like it was a joint attack, and a lot of people don't know that because I remember CNN popping and Fox popping over to missile strikes that were going on the Gaza Strip that was being done by the fucking Iranians or whoever it was at the time.
Yeah, I remember that too.
So like in my mind, I was freaking out. You know, 7 years old, I was thinking the world was coming in because like it was just like everybody in the world was fighting.
kind of like it is now, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, who else? Anyone else? No one else remembers 9/11 attacks?
I mean, I remember it.
Go ahead, Red. What do you remember?
I mean, this is just from the perspective of my parents. I mean, they told me straight up when they saw it. My father was across town. He was working a security job, putting up cameras and all that for hospitals, police departments, and all that. They sat there and watched the towers get hit. First one, and then second one got hit. Proceeded to mother was proceeding to tell my father how terrible it was, of course. Mentioned a lot of guys that were supposed to be on the ground. Of course, my aunt was supposed to take a plane to New York. She was going to be possibly nearby the World Trade Center when it was about to happen as well, to the exact date. And, of course, the FBI showed up at our doorstep as well for other things I will not disclose.
Okay. So I remember the September 11th attacks as well. I'm old enough to remember them. I was in the 5th grade, and a week before we were given a project of like buildings and stuff that we had to research and all that, and mine just happened to be the Twin Towers. So literally the day that they got hit, I was drawing a picture by hand of the Twin Towers, and my teacher looked at me and went, "You're drawing history right now." There was no TVs. We weren't allowed to see any of the TVs or nothing. And when I got home, with my dad being a fireman, it was all over the fucking news. You know, we're just waiting for my dad to fucking leave to go down to the city. Because I'm from New York, right? So I'm on the other side of the state in New York. But my dad was getting ready to go down there. My uncle went down there to help with debris. A lot of people I know actually went down there to help find people and bring them back. So it means a lot to me. At the time, my dad was a fire chief, too. So, and then for the next 5-10 years, however long it was, I just followed the war and watched it and knew that one day I was going to end up over there. So this is a very unique war that we were put in because of that. Because this is the first war in American history where fathers went off to war and then years later their sons went and fought in the same war.
Vietnam.
So, yeah, Vietnam, but not as much as it was like now, you know.
It was the first war that was televised that bred the younger generation that saw it with their own eyes. It bred the hatred and the anger, and you saw it a lot in the first invasion. Second, you know,
Yeah.
like you saw it, like you just saw the fucking anger and the guys kicking down doors and just there was no playing around. Like we were there to fucking stack some heads and fucking get some revenge.
Yep.
I remember seeing exactly what you're talking about on the news. I don't remember 9/11 because I was a year and 10 months old. However, I remember, you know, being 6, 7, 8 years old and seeing the reporters on the ground and seeing our boys go into buildings and, you know, some of them not coming out, right? So I grew up with that, right? And that was one of the big reasons why I joined. Right.
To give you an idea of just how much like of what Doc's saying, hatred that a lot of soldiers had, when the Marines, I believe it was the first division of their first armored division of Abrams rolled through Baghdad, they actually got halted by a 4-star general because those Abrams were just leveling city blocks. Like they didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
and that carried over a lot, even into the later years. Like when I was in, and I guarantee when Doc was in, we hated them for what they did, and like they knew that we hated them. And that fueled their willingness to fight us, and fueled our willingness to put them down where they stood.
Yeah.
So, all right, here's what we're going to do. You guys don't have to do it. I'm going to actually stand up and do this. I would appreciate if everyone just stood up out of their chair real quick. If you three would move out of the way, and Poison, if you don't mind, playing taps. Alright, company, attention. I should stand in front for this. Present arms. It's present arms again, is it not? Or
Ready.
Order arms.
Order arms.
order arms.
Just goes back to snap at attention, guys.
Yeah, I did that wrong.
I'd like to caveat off this real quick. Doc, Ghost, Doc, Ghost, Pink. If you guys want to say any words for any friends y'all might have lost, feel free.
Had a real good friend that joined up when I was young, like right after the Twin Towers hit. He joined the Marine Corps. He was tutoring me in school. Like, he was a smart guy. Could have been anything in the world. Like, man, he was a super genius. He could have been a doctor or anything, and he forego going to college to go to Iraq. And this truck got hit by IED right outside of Fallujah on his second tour, and that kind of tore me up. That was like, and it kind of made me wonder, like, because I knew I was going. Like, I did. I knew I was going. Even when I saw it, I knew, like, the hatred that, filled up in all of us when we saw it as a kid. I knew, like, if this war was going to go, I was going to sign up and go. And, I was just thinking to myself, if a guy like that, who is super fucking smart, all-star fucking in sports and everything, gets done like that, But, I lost a lot of friends over there, but that was the one that really got me the most was him, because, when you see someone that's better than you go down, and I'm not talking about, like, better, like, as in, morally or anything like that. They're just, like, they're excellent leaders, excellent soldiers, excellent Marines, whatever. It makes you think, like, what fucking chance do I got? And by the grace of God, I made it through 3 tours, truck blown up, getting shot at. It's kind of like it says in the Bible, then I got 10,000 at my left and 10,000 at right, but not a single arrow hit me. And it kind of like just brings you to realism that, at any chance that you can go. So cherish the moments you have on this earth, because you don't know when it's going to be gone. And some guys would, even though how bad your day is going, how much you're depressed, how much you're angry, how much you hate life, just remember there's some guys that don't get that chance to be here.
Agreed. So, out of everyone that I did end up losing on deployment and back home, the one that really hurt me the most on deployment was my mother. My mother died. She was also a commissioner for the fire hall my dad was in. That one really hurt. That was the worst one ever. So, if it wasn't for, this, I wouldn't have been over there when she died. I would have been here with her. Anyone else?
Man, for me, there were so many close calls that it's dumb luck that I'm alive, and a lot of the guys that I went out there with came back. Only there's a couple of them that stick with me. One of them didn't even happen on deployment. We had just gotten back from our second deployment, and fucking, I talked about him a lot. His name was Specialist Del Rio. One of the smartest, funniest people that I had ever met, and was really just outstanding individual all in general. I don't think I'd ever meet anyone like him again. We had just gotten back. We were home for probably a month or so, and smiling, joking all the time. And then next thing we know, he wasn't there anymore. He couldn't deal with what he had seen, what he'd done, and he couldn't process it. That's something that sticks with me real bad about that.
It don't make you weak, guys. Always remember that. It takes a strong person to push through their demons and keep going. A lot of us have lost friends back home from drinking and drugs and stuff because they couldn't fucking deal with it. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you less than a man. Your head is like a cup, man. Once it hits that limit, it's done.
Anybody else have anything they want to remember? Anyone? Anything? All right. If not, then they're yours, Doc. Let's get them home.
All right, guys. We're not gonna march back. We're just going to relax. Everybody, relax. I'm gonna TP, so just circle around me.
Group hug.
No one put a finger in Doc's butt.
I already did it.